Luna the Matchmaker, Chapter 2. Sometimes You Just Need a Nudge, by Stephen Little. My Little Pony and all associated characters are copyright by Hasbro. The sun rose over Ponyville through a cloudless blue sky. The early light beamed through the window of Princess Luna's bedroom at the Carousel Boutique. With the sun in her face again, the princess slowly woke up from the wonderful dream she was having. Stretching lazily, she reached over to the other side of the bed, sat up swiftly, and gazed at the empty spot next to her. "I guess it was a dream," she spoke softly to herself. Luna sighed and smiled. "But what a dream!" she thought. Now that it was light, the princess could see her environment better. Luna was used to much larger rooms. To tell the truth, she had closets that were bigger than Spike and Rarity's guest room, but even given its small size, Luna liked it. The room felt warm and cozy. It felt lived in. The angle of the room's walls formed a wedge shape, with a long curving exterior wall at the back. The bed was big enough for her, but only just. A nightstand stood at either side of the head of the bed. She looked over to the clock hanging on the wall. "For the love of muffins!" she swore quietly. Using her eloquent magic of astral projection, she centered her thoughts on where her sister was flying at the moment. "Tia, it's 5 a.m. Did you have to raise the sun so early?" "Oh, hey, hello, Lulu. I didn't realize you were awake," Celestia said with a smirk. "I wasn't. You interrupted one of my favorite dreams," Luna pouted. "And stop calling me Lulu. You know how much I hate that." "Sister dear, I'd love to stay and talk to you, but as you can see, I'm quite busy performing my duties and yours. Ta-ta!" Luna realized that Celestia had overpowered her projection when she found herself back in the guest room. "Damn that Celestia," she thought to herself. "Well, seeing as I'm already awake, I might as well get started." Luna walked out into the family room to find Sweetie Belle reading on one of the sofas. "Good morning, Princess," she said. "Good morning, Sweetie Belle. What are you reading there?" Luna asked her. The small unicorn lifted the book so that the princess could see the cover. "A treatise on magical shields and levitation. Isn't that a little advanced for you?" "Twilight said if I wanted to get better at magic, I need to study. She lent me this book to help me, but I don't understand some of it," Sweetie Belle admitted. "Perhaps you should ask Twilight to tutor you as well. Study can only bring you that far without practical application. She can also help you with some of those topics you don't understand." "Do you think she will?" she asked. "Twilight is devoted to the study of friendship and magic. I'm sure she'd relish the chance to share that knowledge with another." Luna hesitated. "Sweetie Belle, can I talk to you for a moment about your friend Scootaloo?" "Sure. She's not in trouble or anything, is she?" Luna sat on the sofa next to the unicorn. "No, nothing like that. I'm just curious. Have you ever met her parents?" Sweetie Belle thought for a moment. "No, come to think of it, I never have. I remember she told me and Applebloom once that her parents are always busy and don't like visitors." "Do you know where she lives?" The young filly nodded her head. Luna considered her options quickly. "Sweetie Belle, I need you to go on a mission for me." "Sure thing, Princess," she said enthusiastically, jumping up from her prone position on the couch. "Let me get Applebloom and we can get started." "No, Sweetie Belle, this is a mission just for you. I want you to follow your friend home, observe her with her parents, then report back to me with your findings," Luna requested. "I'm afraid your friend might be in some trouble, but I do not want to act without more information. Observe, but do not intervene, no matter what you might see. That's why I only want you there. Applebloom's a good filly, but she's headstrong, and may act recklessly if her friend is in trouble. Do you understand?" "Yes, Princess. I'm to watch and do nothing else. Report back to you what I see." "Excellent. I have a few things to take care of today. Please let Spike and Rarity know that I'll return later today, and don't worry about your friend. If I can help at all, I will." Luna walked into the kitchen and opened the sliding glass door that opened up to a second-floor veranda that ran along the outside of the boutique. She spread her wings, stretching the stiffness from them, and took flight. She circled the boutique once, then headed south toward the floating cloud home of a certain Pegasus. Rainbow Dash's home was large and quite impressive. To say the cloud structure with its many columns and rainbow waterfalls was beautiful would be an understatement. Many ponies would not think a pony like Rainbow Dash would live in a place like this, but given her grandiose attitude, it fit her perfectly. The Cyan Pegasus was disturbed from her slumber by a loud knocking on the front door. Grumbling, she dragged herself out of bed and made her way downstairs. The knock came again. "Yeah, I'm coming," she shouted. "Whoever you are, you'd better have a bucking good reason to wake me up so early." Rainbow flung the door wide open, and at the moment she wanted nothing more than curl up and die. "Princess Luna!" "Good morning, Rainbow Dash." Rainbow bowed as lowly as she could. I'm sorry, Princess." Luna chuckled. "It's okay, Rainbow Dash. Please rise, and in the future I would appreciate it if you would just refer to me as Luna. Honestly, I really do dislike all the scraping and bowing. I just want to be treated like every pony else." Rainbow stood up, unsure of what to say next. "Would you like to come in?" "Unfortunately, I do not have much free time today. Rainbow Dash, I need your help with a matter of great importance in Appaloosa. I have a task I need to perform there, and I feel you are the best suited to assist me." "Appaloosa? What's going on way out there? The buffaloes and the ponies aren't getting into it again, are they? I thought we settled all that the last time we were there." Rainbow scratched the back of her head. "Have you talked to Strongheart? I'm sure if there's a problem, she'd help smooth things out." No, it's nothing like that. You and Applejack are very close friends, and I can't ask her to go with me. Her pride would prevent it. I need you to come with me because you know the troubles her farms had in the past, problems your friend would never admit to." "Yeah, AJ can be pretty stubborn sometimes. Let me just grab my bag and we can get going," she said. "That will not be necessary." Luna hugged Rainbow close to her, wrapping her rings around the cyan-colored Pegasus. Rainbow Dash blushed. She was uncomfortable being this close to another mare. Luna's horn began to glow, and everything went black. In what seemed like seconds, the blackness was replaced by blinding light. Luna released her hold on the mare and giggled as Rainbow Dash staggered around a bit. "What was that?" the cyan pony asked. "Sorry, teleportation over long distances can be a little disorienting for some ponies. I'm just hoping you don't get sick," Luna said. Rainbow Dash shook her head, trying to clear the stars from her vision. "I didn't have breakfast this morning. Probably a good thing, too. Wow, I've seen Twilight teleport from time to time, but never anything too far, and never with any pony else." Luna smiled at the mentioning of Twilight's name. "With practice and time, Twilight should be able to do it as well. Now, let's see. The pony we are after is a stallion named Brayburn. He should be around here somewhere." Rainbow Dash looked around, realizing that they were now just outside Appaloosa city limits. "I remember that guy. Really high-strung. He kind of reminds me of Pinky. If he's like the rest of the Apple family, he's been up for hours and most likely out in their orchard," Rainbow Dash said. "Let's see. There's the sheriff's office, and there's the Salt Lick. If I remember right, all we have to do is fly west of the saloon. The orchard should be outside of town, just on the other side of that ridge." Both ponies took off into the air, headed toward the far ridge. After a short flight, they sighted the orchard. Rainbow Dash was the first to spot him. "There he is, Luna. Just to the left of the road up ahead." The Pegasus pointed to an amber-colored earth pony with a golden mane and a single red apple for a cutie mark. He wore a tan vest and a brown Stetson hat that shaded his light green eyes. The cyan-blue Pegasus landed right in front of him. "Howdy, Rainbow Dash. It sure has been a long time since we saw you around these parts. Is my cousin with you, or maybe Pinkie Pie?" Brayburn asked. "She sure was a lot of fun." "Sorry, Brayburn. Pinkie and Applejack aren't with me, but I did bring some pony else that wanted to talk to you," Rainbow said, pointing behind him. Brayburn turned around to find Princess Luna. "Princess!" Brayburn threw himself down, prostrate before her. Luna sighed as Rainbow Dash knelt down and whispered in his ear, "Brayburn, you might want to stand up. Princess Luna's not a big fan of a ceremony." Brayburn righted himself, smiling.
Sorry about that. What brings you so far from Canterlot? Was there something I can do you for?
Brayburn, this may seem a little strange, but I need you to do me a personal favor.
Anything for you, Princess. You just ask and I'll be right there.
I need you to move to Ponyville, Luna said. I know what I asked is not an easy thing, and this is not something I ask lightly, but you are badly needed back in Ponyville. Know that I would not be requesting this favor of you if it were not vitally important. The look of shock on Brayburn's face spoke volumes.
But Appaloosa is my home. Why would you want me to leave?
Have you ever seen your cousin's farm? Luna asked. Sweet Apple Acres is enormous. Her crops not only feed all of Ponyville, but most of the surrounding areas, including Canterlot. I personally can't start my day unless I have one of Applejack's apples.
That's the right thing to say about my cousin's farm, but I don't know what that has to do with me.
Applejack wouldn't tell you, but the whole farm is run by her, Big Macintosh, and a hired hoof. Their grandmother is far too old, and Applejack's little sister isn't old enough to properly do the job. Essentially, 3 ponies are working themselves to the bone to keep that massive farm running. They need help, and an experienced farmer like you is exactly what they need. Isn't that right, Rainbow Dash?
She's right,
Dash said as she sat down next to the Amber Stallion.
Brayburn, Applejack is probably going to yell at me for telling you this, but about 5 years ago, Big Macintosh got hurt. It was harvest time, and Caramel, their hired hoofs, was out of town visiting with friends. Even her sister Applebloom was away at camp. Applejack was all by herself and tried to harvest all the apples alone. There was shortages all over the place. Applejack is a great friend, but you know how stubborn she can be. She wouldn't accept help from any pony but family. And even then you'd practically have to force her. This orchard is tiny compared to what we have in Ponyville. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but there's a lot of ponies here to tend to the trees and the crops and help them grow. We need you in Ponyville.
I don't know, Rainbow Dash. Brayburn sat back, trying to think.
I helped build this town up from nothing, and I'm right proud of it. It's hard just to leave.
The Amber Stallion looked around at the other ponies tending the orchard. Many, like him, came here with their parents to help build the town.
I've also been waiting, hoping a certain pony would show up again. Some pony I have some unfinished business with.
Care to explain? Luna asked, curious.
It's nothing for you to worry about, Princess. He hasn't shown his face in these parts for years. I've started doubting he'd ever come back. Brayburn, whatever business you have with the stallion, I'm sure you can handle it, Rainbow Dash said. I know you're proud of this town, and normally we wouldn't ask you to leave, but Applejack needs you, even if she won't admit it. And Brayburn, you won't just be helping out Ponyville. Pinkie Pie will be there too, Rainbow said, smiling. I know you like her, and she's missed you a lot as well.
Brayburn smiled.
Really? She missed me?
From what I've been told, she is constantly trying to find the means to come visit you. Unfortunately, the Cakes have been so busy with their children, it's been up to Pinkie to run most things at the shop, Luna informed him.
I want to help, Princess. I really do, but still, I don't know. This isn't an easy decision, he said.
Please, Brayburn? Princess Luna's ears had dropped, and her lower lip began to quiver. She looked at Brayburn with the saddest look he had ever seen. Her eyes were beginning to water. The amber-colored stallion couldn't take that look for long, and inevitably gave in.
Okay, I'll go, Princess Luna. I'll go. I don't usually have a lot of stuff, so I can be there on the train tonight, and be in Ponyville in 2 days. Would that be soon enough?
Luna sat up straight, smiled, and hugged the amber pony. Yes, Brayburn, that would be perfect. Luna released the blushing stallion.
We'll go tell Applejack to expect you in 2 days. Don't be late now.
Luna beckoned Rainbow Dash to follow her, and they both took off into the air.
Well, this is gonna make Pinkie Pie happy, Rainbow commented. That was one of the reasons I picked Brayburn to come to Ponyville and not another member of the Apple family. I was also made aware that Pinkie is rather infatuated with him. He's a good match for Pinkie, and with any luck, he'll mellow her out a bit. I know what you mean. I like Pinkie and all, but sometimes I worry about that mare. Did you read the letter Twilight sent about her birthday 5 years ago? Talk about creepy town.
Yes, I read all of your account as well. It's disturbing, to say the least. Has she ever done anything like that before? Luna asked.
I've known Pinky for a long time, ever since she moved to Ponyville. I've seen her sad like that more than a few times. I mean, she's never hurt any pony, and she usually locks herself in her room when she gets like that. But there are times I'm afraid she would hurt herself. Those are the times I stay with her, Rainbow Dash explained.
Is that often? Luna asked her as they flew.
Every April 4th. It's the day her grandma passed away. Pinky has never really gotten over it. Her grandma was very special to her, Rainbow Dash informed her.
Brayburn will be able to even out her mood swings, so I would appreciate it if you'd let him know how Pinky gets at that time of year, Luna commented. You've had the most experience with it, and if something does develop between the two of them, I think it would only be fair to prepare him for it.
I'll keep an eye on things, don't you worry. Was that what you needed me for, Luna? She asked.
Yes, Rainbow Dash, and you played your part perfectly. Luna moved a little closer to Rainbow and brushed the tip of her wing against the tip of Rainbow's left. The Cyan Pegasus veered away and landed on top of a nearby mesa. Princess Luna circled around and landed next to her. Is something the matter?
Luna, I don't really know how to say this,
she said, scratching the back of her head with a hoof.
I'm flattered and all, but I don't like mares like that.
What are you talking about, Rainbow Dash? Luna asked her.
You brushed the tips of my wing feathers with yours.
Yes, it's been a sign of gratitude among Pegasi. I saw no harm in it. Luna covered her mouth with her hoofs. Oh no, please tell me the meaning of that gesture hasn't changed since I've been gone.
It's okay, Luna. I forget that you're still catching up on how things have changed. It has been 1,000 years after all. Some things are bound to change in all that time, she said. Today, when one Pegasus does that to another, it's a sign of, how should I say this, romantic interest. I don't mean to say you're a filly fooler or anything.
Oh, Muffin, I'm sorry, Rainbow. I'd never flirt with you. Not that you aren't attractive or anything, but I know there's some ponies that you're after.
Thank you, I think. Wait, how did you know?
The Cyan Pegasus asked, a little shocked. I have my ways. I am a princess after all. I have, shall we say, informers in my employ. I want you to promise me something, Rainbow Dash. Anything, Luna. Don't be too afraid to go after what you want. Don't hold back and fail to achieve your dreams because you are too frightened of rejection. Don't be like me, Luna advised, hanging her head in depression.
Like you? What do you mean?
Luna reached into her mane and brought out her locket.
Hey, that looks like the locket Twilight has. She tries to hide it, but doesn't do that good of a job.
My mother made this locket many, many years ago, she said solemnly. Celestia gave it to me the same day you and your friends freed me from Nightmare Moon. She told me that Mother always meant for me to have it. Celestia said that when I discover my true love, the locket will open, and a little over a year ago it did. Luna held the locket out for Rainbow Dash to inspect. Unfastening the clasp, the locket opened, revealing an engraved picture of Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight? You really are a filly fooler?
As much as I detest that description, yes, I like mares. Stallions have never really done anything for me, and I believe, after 1,500 years, I'm more than sure what my preference is.
I'm sorry, Princess. I didn't mean to insinuate there was anything wrong with being a filly, being like that. I have a couple of friends in Ponyville who are that way. They've been married for years now. Lyra and Bonbon are cool.
Yes, I remember reading about them in one of Twilight's reports from about 2 years ago.
So, how long have you known? I mean, when did you know you liked Twilight? Rainbow Dash asked.
I always have, Luna admitted. Ever since the first time I saw her. I didn't know it at the time, but looking back on everything now, I know it to be true. The princess saw the confused expression of the Pegasi's face. Perhaps I should start at the beginning. Out of curiosity and a nagging feeling of an unfamiliar emptiness, I asked Celestia to let me read the regular reports Twilight and the rest of you sent her. I saw how happy the letters made her, and was hoping they would cheer me up as well. Also, I sort of wanted to get to know all of you a little better, but was too shy at the time to talk to you directly. That one nightmare night a year later helped me a lot, but even then I was uncomfortable talking to the six of you. I guess that's one of the reasons I acted the way I did."
"From what I saw, you did seem to have a problem talking to Twilight,"
Rainbow said with a smile. "Yes," the princess said, blushing. "Even then, I still didn't fully understand what I was feeling. Then, 4 years later, when you and your friends came up to Canterlot to help Spike, I avoided most of you, but Twilight in particular."
"Yeah, I kind of noticed that. I thought you were just worried about Spike and Rarity, but then I saw you walk the other way whenever you saw Twilight," Rainbow said.
"I admired her. I admired all of you. Your courage, your determination, and your drive to do whatever was necessary to help the ones you cared about. You may not know this, but each of you has had a profound impact on me. It was all of you that saved me from Nightmare Moon, but it was Twilight Sparkle who focused the elements of harmony. She directed its magic. She could have destroyed Nightmare Moon, and me with her. It would have been easier to simply destroy us or send us back to the moon, but she didn't. Instead, she dug into the nightmare and found me."
"That's the way Twilight is," Dash said. "She wouldn't give up on any pony, no matter how bad things get. She'll do whatever she can do to help. She'll never quit on any pony."
A tear rolled down Luna's cheek. "She saved me, Rainbow Dash. Twilight found her way past the shadows and the darkness to where I was hidden away. She used the elements to free me. Not even Celestia was able to do that," Luna said, choking back her tears. "At first I thought my feelings were little more than gratefulness. As I read each of the letters more and more I realized that it wasn't gratitude. My dreams have become all about her. Some are sad, some are wonderful, and others are bittersweet. I wouldn't give any of them up, because they all have her in common. It was at that moment I realized I loved her. I always had. When I made that realization, the locket opened, and I saw what it held."
"I understand, Luna," Rainbow said, hugging the princess. "I may not know if Twilight likes any pony, or even if she's interested in mares, but I promise I'll help you in any way I can."
Luna wiped the tears from her face. "Thank you, Rainbow Dash. You've been such a big help to me already. Promise me you won't tell Twilight how I feel. It's something I need to do for myself."
"I promise."
Rainbow hugged the Alicorn tightly. Luna wrapped her wings around her and teleported them back into Rainbow's house. "You get some rest, Rainbow. Teleporting around can take it out of any pony. Thank you again for your help."
"No problem, Luna."
Rainbow Dash slowly walked back to her bed and flopped down. It was only about 10 in the morning, but the Pegasus was exhausted. Luna flew over the vastness of Sweet Apple Acres. She circled the farm several times until she found the light orange mare she was looking for in one of the back fields behind the barn. "Hello, Applejack," she said as she landed next to her.
"Princess Luna? What brings you around here today?"
Applejack asked with a little curtsy. "Is everything okay?" "Everything is just fine. I realized that I needed to get out more, so I decided to pay Ponyville a visit."
"Well, we sure are glad to have you here. Is there anything I can do for you?"
she asked. "Please, Applejack, I'm not one for titles. Just call me Luna. I came here for lunch, if you don't mind, that is."
"Not at all, Princess," the Ember Mare said, smiling. "I don't know what all we have fixed up at the house, but you're welcome to it."
"Actually, I've always loved your apples, just as they are, with nothing else to get in the way of their exquisite flavor," Luna told her. Applejack beamed at the compliment and waved her left front hoof towards the trees.
"Help yourself."
Luna pulled 2 apples off a nearby tree and offered one to Applejack. The Ember Mare gratefully accepted, and the two sat happily in the grass, munching away on their fruit. Finishing her apple first, Luna cleared her throat and addressed the farm pony again. "Applejack, there is one other thing I came by for. I came here to tell you that your cousin Brayburn will be here in 2 days to help you around the farm."
"Why would Brayburn be coming here? And who said we needed any help? Me, Big Mac, and Caramel can take care of everything."
The princess could tell Applejack was starting to get upset. She also noticed how the farm pony's face blushed slightly when she said Caramel's name. "Applejack, before you get too offended, I want to know that I asked him to come here," Luna said flatly. "This farm is too large for 3 ponies to handle. While I think it's too big for even 4 ponies, he's an experienced farmer and a member of your own family. You need the help in case one or more of you get sick or injured again. But do you really want to a repeat of what happened 6 years ago? Luna asked. You know about that? She asked, ashamed. Yes, I know of the incident. Twilight had sent a letter to my sister asking for advice on how to handle the situation with you and the farm. I'm glad you finally came to your senses. For a while I was worried I wouldn't be able to get my favorite apples anymore. No matter what, we would always keep the castle well supplied, Applejack stated proudly. But still, I'd have the girls to help me if I'd ever happen again. And what if they can't help because they're busy with their own responsibilities or out of town? What then? I see what you mean, Luna. I'm glad you see things my way. Now I have to ask, when I was flying over I noticed you had a worried look on your face. Is there anything I can help you with? No offense, Luna, but it's kind of a personal matter. I don't know if I should bother you with it. Please bother me. It wouldn't have anything to do with your hired hoof caramel, would it? Yeah, no. I mean, how did you know that? Applejack said, her cheeks turned as red as the apples on her flank. A little helper of mine informed me of what was going on. The light orange farm pony stomped her right hoof in anger. Applebloom told you, didn't she? When I get my hoofs on that eavesdropper, she's gonna be grounded for a month. Please don't be cross with your sister. She was only trying to help. She appears to know what's going on and just wants you to be happy, Luna said. There ain't nothing going on between me and Caramel, Applejack stated resolutely. But you want there to be, don't you? Luna said. I saw you staring at him when I landed, and the way you blushed when I mentioned him pretty much confirms it. Talk to me, Applejack. I may be a princess, but I'm still a mare. I know how it is when you like some pony, but I'm having difficulties telling them of how you feel. Applejack sat next to the princess. I don't know what to do with him. He's cute and all, and he's a real hard worker, but he's also a goof. He's managed to lose the grass seeds every spring for the last 6 years. He constantly runs his apple cart into fence posts and saplings. The amber mare sighed deeply. Lately, he's been more careless than usual. He's gotten himself hurt 3 times this last year because he wasn't been paying attention to his work. It's not really his fault he can't take his eyes off you, Luna said, smiling. What? Applejack asked, shocked. I saw him as I flew over. When he hit that root and tripped his cart, he was looking at you instead of where he was going. Are you all sure about that? Applejack said flatly. Quite. I've been watching him since we started talking. He catches a quick look at you every time he thinks you can't see him. I'm guessing that's why he's so accident-prone. He's so busy trying to look at you without being caught, he bumps into everything. I never thought about it like that, Applejack admitted. If he likes me that much, why hasn't he ever asked me out? Could it be that he's too shy? Maybe he finds you intimidating and he's scared, Luna explained. Why don't you ask him out? But Granny always said that mares shouldn't be asking stallions out on dates. It makes them sound seedy. Luna laughed. Your grandmother is certainly old-fashioned. If there's one thing I've learned since I've been back, it's that some pony has to make the first move. If he won't, you should. Don't let a good thing pass you by, Applejack. I don't know, she said, a little uncertain. What if you're wrong? What if he says no? If he says no, then he says no. Why, if he says no, I'll buy you dinner. We'll have a girls' night out. We can get drunk and gossip all night, Luna said, smiling at the chuckling farm pony. Would it help you to ask him if I were there? I could teleport into the tree above you quietly. He'd never know. Luna gave her a wink. That would sure be a comfort to know I wasn't going it alone. Thank you, Luna. But what would I say? Ask him to dinner. That's a typical first date, isn't it? She asked. I mean, it's nothing too intimate. No, I think that would be fine, Applejack said. Good, Luna said. But not tonight. Tomorrow. Give yourself and him time to prepare, Luna said, smiling. The princess was about to teleport away when both of them heard a commotion off to the left. We should probably see what that was. It sounded pretty loud. Applejack and Luna ran west to where they believed the noise was coming from, only to find Big Macintosh glowering over Caramel. Both of their carts were tangled up and toppled over, apples spilled across the ground.
"Caramel, what the heck are you doing? Didn't you see me there?" Big Macintosh growled at him.
"Sorry, Big Mac. I guess my mind wasn't on my work."
"I know what your mind was on, and I've told you before to stay away from my sister. She's got enough on her mind without a lovesick stallion adding to her problems."
Applejack rushed over from where she and Luna were watching.
"Macintosh, what do you think you're doing? You have no right interfering in my non-existent private life," she said, raising herself up so she could look him in the eye.
"But AJ—"
"What, nothing, Big Macintosh," Applejack shouted angrily at her brother. "Now you go about your chores while I help Caramel get these cleaned up. Go on, get!"
Macintosh walked off towards the barn in the sulk. Applejack knew he was only being protective of her, but he needed to understand that she wasn't a filly anymore.
"You okay there, Caramel?"
"Yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry, AJ. I didn't mean to cause problems," he apologized. Caramel was a well-built stallion, not big as Macintosh, but by no means short. He had a long brown mane and tail, with coat and sand-yellow fur. His cutie mark of 3 horseshoes was the same color as his blue eyes. All in all, Applejack found him quite handsome.
"It's okay, Caramel."
Pushing the carts back on their wheels, Applejack began to pick up the fallen apples.
"Is it true what Big Mac said?"
I don't know what you're talking about. Big Mac was just talking. There's nothing to it," he reassured her.
"Caramel,"
Applejack snapped at him.
"You know I won't take it when ponies lie to me, even little lies. Now, tell me the truth."
"Yes, it's true."
"Why didn't you say anything?" she asked.
"I was afraid you'd be mad at me and fire me. Mac's right. You have enough to worry about without me adding to it." Applejack rubbed the side of her head with a hoof.
"Caramel, you shouldn't listen to everything my brother tells you. He can be a bit overprotective at times and sticks his nose into things that doesn't concern him."
Applejack sat down next to the sand-yellow stallion.
"Listen, Caramel, I was wondering, if you're not busy or anything, did you maybe want to go and get something to eat tomorrow night?"
Caramel fell over one of the harness rocks of his cart. When he got up again, his brown mane was mussed from its usual neatness. Applejack thought this added to his charm. I don't think I heard you right. Could you maybe repeat that?"
"Caramel, I'm asking if you wanted to have dinner with me tomorrow night. Unless you don't want to. I don't want to think you're obligated or anything, since I'm your boss and all."
"What? No, I mean, yes, I'd love to." Caramel fidgeted for a moment. "I don't get it, though. I thought you didn't like me. You were always shouting at me."
"Oh, Caramel, I just get a little perked up when you break things or lose things. It doesn't mean I don't like you," Applejack said, swatting him with her head.
She saw Luna smile at her from the side of the barn. The light orange mare leaned in and gave Caramel a quick kiss on the cheek. Walking back to her part of the orchard, she called back to him.
"I'll see you tomorrow night."
"Yeah, tomorrow." Caramel seemed frozen in place. A blush spread hot across his face. "Good job, Applejack," Luna said to herself. Luna made her way back to the Carousel Boutique and let herself in. Rarity was working on the dress, while little Garnet played on the floor with a roll of ribbon. "How did it go, Luna?" she inquired. Luna was smiling. She was smiling more this day than any other in a long time. "I don't want to be premature, but I think we can check Applejack off of the list. Only 4 more to go." Sweetie Belle came charging into the shop. "Princess, thank goodness you're back." "Hello, dear. How did your mission go?" Luna asked her. "Not so good, your Majesty. I think Scootaloo is in a lot of trouble," the small unicorn informed her. "I followed her home, like you asked, and then when I got there I went around the back and looked through the window. The whole house is covered in dust. The kitchen was clean, but from what I saw through the rest of the windows, it looks like no pony has lived there in years." "What's going on?" Rarity asked. "We think young Scootaloo may be in trouble. Sweetie Belle, get Spike, and then I'd like you, him, and Rarity to go over there and wait for me. I need to contact some pony else about this." "Sure thing, Princess. We'll see you soon," she said. Princess Luna flew as fast as she could towards the home of Rainbow Dash. The dark purple alicorn knocked on the door loudly. "Rainbow, I need to talk to you immediately," she shouted up to the numerous windows. Rainbow Dash shrieked out of an upper-story window and landed in front of the princess.
"Luna, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" I don't know, but I believe there's a problem with little orange Pegasus named Scootaloo. Are you familiar with her? Yeah, she's kind of a fan filly of mine, and I've been helping her become a little stronger flyer since she says her parents never seem to have the time. Have you ever met her parents? She asked. Yeah, but it was like 7 years ago. They were heading to Colesburg that winter, but then I saw Scootaloo back in town shortly after winter wrap-up. She said her parents took a paramount position in Canterlot, but preferred to live here. To be honest, I haven't seen her parents since they left that last time. This is getting more confusing every minute. I need you to come with me. If there is something wrong, I think your young flyer will need another Pegasus around. Some pony she trusts, Luna explained. Spike, Rarity, and Sweetie Belle were waiting outside Scootaloo's home, in a secluded back corner of the Rainbow Cottages, when Rainbow Dash and Princess Luna landed next to them. Rarity, where is Garnet? Luna asked. Pinky is watching him until we return. Do you know what that is all about, Luna? She asked. I have my suspicions. Wait here a moment. Luna flew up to the second-story windows and looked in each one until she found what she was looking for. What is it? Rainbow asked. Luna landed at the front door. It's as I feared. She's alone. But if you wanted to talk to her alone, isn't that a good thing? Spike asked her. No, you misunderstand. She's completely alone. Her room and apparently the kitchen appear to be the only rooms that have been lived in years. Scootaloo is upstairs playing in her room. We need to talk to her, but I don't want to give her the chance to run away. Luna touched the front door's lock with her horn. There was a soft click and the door swung open on loose hinges. None of you saw that. The 5 ponies carefully entered the home and quietly shut the door behind them. The house was empty, nothing on the walls or the floor. The only thing that said some pony lived there was hoofprints in the thick layer of dust covering the floor. They made their way upstairs and gathered in the room of the young orange Pegasus. The room was as clean as would be expected from a filly her age. There was no decoration in the room, save various posters of the Wonderbolts and Rainbow Dash on the walls. Like the rest of the house, there wasn't a scrap of furniture in the room. A pile of old straw served as a bed for the young Pegasus. Sweetie Belle approached her and gently shook her friend. Scootaloo, wake up, please. We need to talk to you. Scootaloo slowly opened her eyes. Hey, Belle, she said sleepily. What are you doing up? Come on, back to bed. I'm cold. The other ponies stood in shock, looking back and forth between Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle. The young unicorn mare shook her head, indicating she had no idea what her friend was talking about. Luna walked over and laid next to the pile of straw. Scootaloo, Crusader, your princess needs you. Scootaloo sat bolt upright in her bed, looking at the ponies around her. What's going on? Why are you all here? How did you get in? My parents will be home soon, and they'll be really mad if they find you here, she sputtered out in a rapid pace. Dear, we've seen the house already. No pony except you has been here in years. Where are your parents? Rarity asked in a motherly tone. I don't know what you're talking about, she said. Hey, Squirt, what's the deal? We are only trying to help, Rainbow reassured her. I don't need your help. I'm doing just fine. When Mom and Dad get back, they'll tell you too. Crusader, Luna said sternly, I want to speak with your parents immediately. I want to know where they are, and I want to know now. Any pony who would leave their child in these conditions does not deserve to have them. Hey, my parents are great, you'll see. They'll be back any minute, so just go away and I'll tell them to talk to you when they get home. Sweetie Belle slapped her friend across the face with the back of her front hoof. Stop lying, she shouted through the tears running down her face. I saw you. I followed you home and I saw everything. You don't have any electricity. There's not even running water here. I saw you buy enough food for 1 lunch and 1 dinner, and that was it. Do you even have any food in your refrigerator? No pony should have to live like this. We're only trying to help you. Can't you understand that? Where are they? Why are you living like this? Scootaloo sat there, holding her hoof to her face, staring at the tears pouring from her friend's eyes. They're dead, she said quietly as she began to cry as well. The other ponies just stood there, processing what they just had heard. Sweetie Belle didn't need to wait. She tackled her friend in a crushing bear hug. I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell us? We could have helped. Scootaloo tried to pry the unicorn off her.
Sweetie Belle released her, but the young Pegasus was soon enveloped in a pair of cyan forelegs and wings. She tried to struggle out of Rainbow's grasp, but Dash just hugged her tighter.
"Hey, let me go!"
"Calm down, Squirt.
"I'm not letting you go. Believe me, I know how you feel."
"How do you know how I feel? You still have your parents," she shouted.
"Yeah, Mom's still around, but I lost my dad in a training accident when I was about your age. I watched him fall out of the sky and die,"
Rainbow Dash admitted, tears streaking down her face. Scootaloo looked up at her hero, wiping the tears from her eyes.
You did?"
"Yeah, kiddo, I did."
"I know it's not the same thing, but still, I understand," Rainbow Dash said.
"Why are you here all alone?" Luna asked. "Please tell us what happened."
6 years ago, my dad took a job in Colesburg. He said we'd come back to Ponyville every summer, so we kept the house. Shortly after we arrived, Mom got sick. Dad wouldn't let me see her. I couldn't even hug her. I had to talk to Mom through the door. As winter passed, Mom got sick, and Dad started missing work, and then he started coughing. Our neighbor called the hospital, and they took Mom and Dad away. I stayed in the hospital, but the doctors, they wouldn't let me see them. Then, the third day at the hospital, they told me they had died. They were so sick. They said it was something called encephalitis. We've lost so many ponies to that virus.
I thought we had it handled," Luna said.
"Yeah, that's what the doctor called it. He said it was rare, but it still happens. They told me I had to go to an orphanage since I didn't have any other family. Dad told me about those places. He said that some of them are really bad, like foals being beaten or worse. He told me that sometimes the colts and fillies are touched in bad ways."
"Scootaloo, orphanages aren't like that. Maybe at one time, a very long time ago, but there are laws and policies to carefully screen every pony that works at them," Luna explained. "From what I read, my sister put those policies in place herself."
"I didn't know that. I was afraid," she said. "I didn't want to live in a place like that, so when I came to take me away, I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I wanted to go home and get my things, but I was afraid to go back. I ran to the only other place I knew I would be safe. I came back to Ponyville."
"You've spent the last 7 years all by yourself? What about food? You haven't been stealing, have you?" Spike asked.
"No, Mom didn't think you should keep all your money in one place. She kept money stashed all over both houses," Scootaloo told them. "So, what happens now?"
"I'm sorry, Scootaloo, but we can't let you stay here all by yourself," Luna said.
"But I've been taking care of myself for 7 years just fine."
"Be that as it may, it's not right nor is it legal. You're still just a filly. You need some pony to look after you, whether you like it or not," Luna said.
"You're not going to take her away to one of those orphanages, are you, Princess?" Sweetie Belle asked, concerned. "No, she's not. Scootaloo, how would you like to come live with me?" Rainbow Dash asked. "My house has lots of room, and you wouldn't have to hide any more. Not to mention that, being up in the clouds, you'd get a lot of flying practice. We'd get you ready for the Speedsters team in no time flat." "Really? You'd let me come live with you?" Scootaloo's hero's worship was going into overdrive. "Yes, Squirt. I can't promise that I'll never lose my temper or I won't forget things until we get used to living in the same house. And I know I'll probably mess things up from time to time, and I can't cook worse than Dan, but yes, if it's okay with Princess Luna."
Scootaloo looked at her pleadingly. "Yes, if you both find the arrangements amendable, then I see no problem with it. But I will be checking in from time to time." Rainbow Dash had the air squeezed out of her lungs when Scootaloo hugged her, tears streaming down her face.
"I'm happy this could be resolved," Rarity said.
"Spike, we should really be going. I don't want to leave Garnet with Pinky for too long. Who knows how much sugar she's given him?"
"Okay, Belle, don't be too late. Remember, it's a school night,"
Spike reminded her. Spike and Rarity left home, leaving Scootaloo alone with Luna, Rainbow, and Sweetie Belle.
"Would it be okay if the other girls came to sleep over once in a while?" the young Pegasus asked Rainbow Dash. "I don't see why not, but they'll have to get a cloud walking spell from Twilight," Dash told her. "Squirt, I'm going to have to spend a little more time at work now, so I'm gonna have to put trust in you to be by yourself while I'm gone. But hey, don't worry, we'll still have weekends to practice your flying, okay?"
"But why?" she asked.
You never work more than 6 hours a day unless there's an emergency. Well, caring for another pony costs money, and if I'm going to be responsible for you, I'll need to be bringing in more."
"Not necessarily," Luna said. "Now that Scootaloo doesn't have to hide anymore, she can claim the funds her parents have in the bank, and all the property and assets that have been held in trust for her. As soon as you sign the legal paperwork, you'll be her legal guardian, which means until Scootaloo's 18, you will be in charge of those funds and can access them, but only on her behalf."
"Is that okay with you?" Rainbow asked her. "If it means you don't have to work longer just to look after me, then sure."
"With that, we should be going as well," Luna said. "You two have a lot to discuss, and like Spike said, it's a school night, so I'm sure Sweetie Belle should be getting to bed as well." Sweetie Belle and the princess were about to walk out of the room when Scootaloo rushed towards them and embraced the young unicorn tightly. "Thanks for snooping and telling the princess." She hugged her friend back. "Any time."